So to take a step back, one mental model that I fare really, really well with is that whenever there are two camps that hold strong opinions, there's probably a bit of truth in both of them, right? The truth is probably somewhere more in the middle, but it cannot completely dismiss the points of both camps. And so I think on the one hand, what we do see is for very short, very surface level informational queries that Google wants to give the answer directly, right? And I think part of that is also a little bit of a shift in their business model that Sundar Pichai announced in Google I/O 2019, where he said that they want to go from basically a search engine to a company that helps you get things done, right? And so we already see it's like super simple tasks. And for me, the best kind of mental bridge when thinking about zero clicks is I always think about, okay, what could a smart device, like a voice device, answer today? Something like, what's the weather in Chicago? What is the dollar, like US dollar to Canadian dollar conversion? These kind of super simple, quick answers. And we definitely see Google displaying them directly. And to be frank, right, like I think there's another discussion to be had about if they should or should not.
Sometimes it shows three, FAQ schema results. Sometimes it shows how to, sometimes it doesn't. So what we do is we look for every possible opportunity to drive traffic to our client sites. So it's like, if sometimes a local maps result appears, we need to make sure that we're doing everything we can on Google My Business, which isn't just optimizing the page, but like, are we posting on Google My Business posts? Because there's ways to drive traffic through that. So it's like, there's dozens of new SERP features over the past several years. And then there's also Google Discover and YouTube. Like, there's so many avenues that we can use to drive organic traffic. So I think what's most important is not to worry as much about like a single type of like transactional or informational, but just making sure that you have every possible type of result optimized, so that when Google chooses to display whatever it displays based on that user's query and their preferences and their location, all that stuff, that you're set up for success.
Google is all too happy to give and all too happy to take away. And this is a moment where we're seeing Google show some characteristics of take away or give, depending on that perspective of if you're getting that featured snippet or that SERP feature today. You are seeing Google begin to diversify particularly in the SMB space, that even today, when you launch a Google Ads campaign, it doesn't prompt you through creating a search campaign. It prompts you through creating a omni-channel smart campaign. And is that great for advertisers? A different conversation. But it does specifically highlight a lot of that opportunity that exists both outside of Google search in the other Google environments of YouTube, of Google Images, of Google Maps, of a lot of local ad formats. A lot of the new updates on the ad side are specifically non-text based, but image based, feed based, all of that. But also, like, factually, the amount of time that I spend on Google throughout the course of the decision to buy a car or book a vacation is small compared to the amount of time that I might spend across YouTube and Bing and Facebook and social and the display network. It's really a place where if this change on Google search is truly something that's terrifying for you, this just reiterates the need to have a diverse media mix in your overall marketing play.